Hello everyone, how are you? It's been so long since I did a makeup video. If you caught my last video, which I'll link somewhere here, I just explained my absence from YouTube these past couple months. You can go watch that if you want, but I'm really excited to get back in the groove of filming more beauty stuff, and I want to keep everything just fun despite the current circumstances that we're in right now, living in such an unprecedented time. So I hope that you and your family are doing well during this time. I know it sucks and we wish things could get back to normal as soon as possible, and I hope that we can and that everybody heals and that we conquer this together. Anyway, despite all of that, I know we're spending a lot of time at home. We have kids home and things feel weird. Like, this is just not a normal time at all. And so doing things that make us feel a little bit more normal really help. In my case, putting myself together somehow, whether it be fixing my hair, putting some makeup on, makes me feel so much better. So I've been sharing a lot of fun, easy makeup stuff on my Instagram stories, so make sure you go follow me on Instagram right here. I'm posting daily beauty stuff, makeup challenges. I'm just trying to keep life a little bit more normal in the beauty department there. I did this on stories a couple of times, so I did like a Zoom makeup on Instagram stories, and I thought it'd be a great idea to recreate it on my YouTube channel and for my blog, so it's something that you can come back and reference whenever you want. Basically, this is a no foundation, really easy makeup routine using minimal products. This is easy to follow, easy products. For me, this is minimal, but for you, this might be just a really great idea for beginners or if you're in a hurry. And I do tell you which steps you can skip, or if you wanted to spend more time, you could. But honestly, this makeup look that I created right here, I can do it under 10 minutes. Like, I just know how to just get this done and move on with my day. So if you have to be on camera, you're FaceTiming your friends, you have a Zoom call, conference calls for work, whatever you're doing, I do hope that this helps. I also have a couple tips with, like, you know, getting dressed and stuff like that at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around for that. So anyway, if you want to learn how to do just a really easy, no foundation, put yourself together really fast makeup look in 10 minutes or less, then just keep on watching. But before you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button and follow along on social media so that we can be friends. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get this makeup look started. This is a no foundation routine, and I like to keep it very, very simple. This is great, like I said, for moms that need to run out the door whenever that happens again. Just anytime you need to be ready quickly for whatever reason right now, to be on Zoom or FaceTiming with family and friends, and you don't want to look like you just woke up. Okay, so I'm going to take a concealer. This is my Holy Grail concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and I'm using it in a shade that matches my skin tone. I'm not going in with a highlighting concealer, nothing that's going to be lighter than my natural skin tone. Look at this postpartum hair growth. This is all that hair that fell out and is regrowing, so you're going to have to excuse me. I'm using this in the shade Vanilla. This is the same shade, as I said, as my skin tone. It's a little warm toned, which I think helps like brighten the area a little bit, but I'm not doing a typical like highlighting under the eyes thing because I want to kind of diffuse this out into all of the face instead of using a foundation. I did use skincare. I did do a little bit of priming. I used the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, just like all over the face real quick. You don't really need to prime if you don't have time. Just make sure you do your skincare routine, that you've moisturized, that your skin is not going to dry and flake off. So I'm using it a little heavy-handed in the center of my face, and the point is that we're gonna blend it all the way out. And you'll notice that this isn't any like lighter than my natural skin tone. It's a little warmer, like meaning it's a little bit more yellow, but it's not any brighter. And then I've got a damp beauty blender, so I put it under the sink, squeezed all the excess water out, and then I'm just going to blend out the concealer. We're putting all the most product in the center of our face and kind of blending it out. That way we don't have to use foundation, and we're just sort of spot concealing and covering all the spots on our face that need the coverage. Also, the great thing about using a concealer that is your skin tone, when you go too bright or too light, your dark circles tend to poke through, even like they look gray almost. I think using something closer to your skin tone really helps cancel out the dark circles better. All that to say is I do use a concealer that's lighter, but I always color correct because my dark circles will poke through otherwise. I'm using this product at the center of my face and then spot concealing. I have like a little red spot right here. And then if I find any other spots, and I know like around the mouth is like a spot, and maybe the chin a little bit more, are spots that I kind of want more concealer on, and around the nose particularly. And just, you're going to spot conceal with the concealer, so you don't have a heavy foundation on, but you still have coverage, okay? Then I'm immediately going in with my powder. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finish. Any pressed powder or loose powder is honestly fine in this case. I'm just going in with the pressed one because it's faster. I can dip my beauty blender lightly into it, swirl it around, and then press it into the skin just to set. Honestly, if you don't even want to set with the powder, you don't have to. This is just my personal preference because I do find that I get oily and the makeup tends to slip and slide off my face if I do not set. Again, you could also take a powder brush, swirl it in, and set the face. So you have some coverage with the concealer and the powder, but it doesn't feel heavy. The next step is to go in with the bronzer. Actually, I'm gonna do my brows off camera real quick. This is the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim. If you are in a super big hurry, you could use some brow mascara, just swipe it through your brows and call it a day. I like more of a defined brow, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do my brows really quick off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, brows are on. This is the part of the makeup where it looks weird because it's just like a flat face and brows, but we're gonna fix that. I'm going in with my Holy Grail bronzer. This is the Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. I'm going to go ahead and bronze up the face. I put it in the 3 or E spots. I put some along the sides of my nose. I define the jaw. I put a little down the neck and in the ears. I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up. Okay, so let's move on to the eyes. Because I'm still going to be using this product, I'm going to take a little fluffy blending brush for eyeshadow. I'm dipping into the bronzer and I'm using it as my eyeshadow. This is a trick that I always talk about on Instagram. If you follow me on my Instagram stories, make sure to follow along. I've linked it below. Here's my username, Meg-O, go find me. I talk about this trick a lot because it's an easy way to just throw something on the eye and buff it in, and it looks like you put a lot more effort than you actually did, which is what I'm all about with beauty and anything like that. Of course I do like a very glam, and I love to take my time sometimes, but sometimes I just need to put something on quickly to move on with my life, like we all do. I'm barely using the bottom of the brush, not pushing down on the brush, just barely touching and getting it right there under the eye just to kind of give more definition. You could totally stop here, but if you have an extra, minute or so and you want to throw on something very fun and a little extra pop of color, a little shine, I love these. They're called the Caviar Stick Eye Color, and they're from Laura Mercier, and they're these really pretty cream shadows that you just swipe on the eye. You can tap it out with your finger. You could use a little brush to tap it out and go. And so after I did my bronzer on my eye, I'm holding the eye steady because there is a lot of lid, you guys. Holding the eye steady. This is the shade Nude Rose. It is so stunning. It is the most beautiful pinky champagne color. And I'm just swiping it on the eyelids, bringing it into the inner corners. Just right there. And you could honestly stop there, but I do want to blend it out just a bit, so I'm taking a little synthetic brush and blending out the corner, or you could go in with this same brush that you used earlier with a little bronzer on it and just sort of blend out the edge. You could also use this on the lower inner corner of the eye for a little bit of pop. I think these are so stunning. This shade is so pretty and I cannot get enough of it. I would 100% splurge on this again if I ran out. I love it. And I'm not a big cream eyeshadow girl either. It's just such a beautiful, easy eyeshadow look. Like the eyeshadow is done and it looks like I've did way more than I actually, look how pretty that is. Isn't that super pretty? Once we're done with that, I'm gonna move back to the face real quick. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do some mascara off camera. I'm going to use this Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. It's got a really bristly brush. I don't know, it's the type of mascara I like. I like something a little drier and fluffier, if that makes sense. I don't like a wet mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this off camera. I curl my lashes and just like keep reapplying coats until I find that I like it. And if I mess up, I take a little Q-tip and sort of fine tune areas that have got like a little dot of mascara. Because trust me, I am not perfect with mascara. Nobody is. Okay, so I'll be right back with this. Okie dokie, mascara's on and it's a little clumpy, but I'm not mad at it. It's voluminous looking, so whatever. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the face, finish with the face and do the lips. You don't have to kind of do anything else to the face if you don't want to, but I like a little blush and a little bit of highlighter, so I'm gonna do that. This is the Satin Touch blush from Essence in the shade Satin Coral. And it's just a really pretty neutral. It doesn't actually look very coral on the skin. It looks a little bit more nude. So I'm just brushing that back on the cheeks real quick. I am not really, this is just to kind of flush up the cheeks a little bit more. A little more definition. I'm gonna use my favorite wearable highlighter. It's not super like crazy blinding, but it gives a really nice dew to the skin. This is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder and Highlight 01. I don't know why it's called Matte Radiance, because it's not matte at all. Like, as you can see, it's not like one of those like metallic-y looking highlights. In my opinion, it doesn't look super metallic. It just looks very glowy and ethereal, and I feel like it can be built up. Like, I'm really building it up right now because I like a very glowy look. I feel like it can be very glowy, dewy, or it can be super subtle, and that's what I really like about it. You could also take just like a little tiny brush and pop some in the inner corner if you wanted that. Not necessary, but just another step if you wanted that step. Okay. And I'm done with the face. The last thing I'm gonna do is throw on a very wearable neutral lipstick. For me, one of my favorite Holy Grail lipsticks is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I would use something like that, or in this case, I've been trying out these new Bare Minerals lipsticks. They're like a clean beauty lipstick and they're vegan and I don't know, cruelty free. They're like really awesome. But this is the shade Insight and it's just a beautiful nude, and I'm gonna just throw that on. It's like a very warm, like peachy nude, but it matches the eye, like it complements the eye thing that I use really well. When I'm in a hurry, I like to use something that I can throw on really quick, like a lipstick like this or a lip gloss, and be done. But if you're gonna be like on a Zoom call or you're gonna be talking on video, sometimes a gloss is a little tricky because it's easier to move around when you're talking. A lipstick stays put. You could use a matte liquid lipstick if you're gonna be talking for like a long time. This one I feel like stayed pretty well. Like, it's definitely not like a long wearing lipstick, but it really performs. I don't know, it looks fine. I just love this shade. It's so pretty. It's one of my new favorite nude lipsticks, I think, ever. I love it. It's not like a dead nude. It's not rosy. It's not too pink. It's not too peach. I don't know, for my skin tone and my lips, I feel like this is perfect. I love it. Okay, I am done. Okay, and we're gonna let the hair out of the headband, zhuzh it up a little bit, and be ready for a Zoom call, a FaceTime, or whatever that I'm ready to do, or just hang out in quarantine and feel good. You know, honestly, that's all this is about, is feeling good and just doing something nice for yourself on the outside to make yourself feel great in the inside. So yeah, another trick that I have, because I do a lot, you know, I'm a blogger and I do a lot of video, and my favorite trick is to wear a nice shirt that's easy to put on, easy to wear, looks great from the waist up, throw on some jewelry. I have like very dainty earrings on, I layered some necklaces, I have a couple bracelets on, and then guess what I'm wearing on bottom? I'm wearing joggers and slippers because ain't nobody got time for pants, for real pants, when we are sitting in front of a camera. There's just no time for pants. Okay, there really is no time. Oh, I always forget to do this on camera too. I've been trying out this new setting spray. It's the Maracuja Miracle Mist, and it's a continuous setting mist, and I really like it. It's very pretty. Well, it smells good. It feels hydrating. I think it helps my makeup last a long time. I'm not entirely sure, but I really like the way it feels, and it sets my makeup, and I've been enjoying it. I love that mist. Okay, so that's my other tip. Wear some pretty, like a nice shirt, you know, some dainty jewelry, fix your hair a little bit, you know, do a little bit of makeup, and you're ready. You're ready to prove the world that you are put together during quarantine. I got you, girl. So that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you really liked it, make sure you do hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, and I really appreciate you as I get back into YouTube and start making more videos. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye! Mwah!